Recording in progress.
హలో, వాయిస్ వినిపిస్తుందా నాన్న? హలో,
machines, subject code 18EE 303C. So today we are going to discuss DC machines and we are discussing about DC generators. Topic is fundamentals of DC generators. In these modern days,
సృజన్ స్పీక్ అవుట్ నాన్న. సృజన్ 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 హలో నాన్న, నీకు ఒక్కసారి ఇప్పుడు నేను వీడియో ప్లే చేస్తా, అది వినిపిస్తుందో లేదో ఒకసారి చెప్పు నాకు.
every day we come across
డిస్ప్లే అవుతుందా నాన్న స్క్రీన్?
various
వస్తుందా? ఓకే నాన్న, వినండి.
energy converting devices which converts from one form to another form. That is, it converts mechanical energy into electrical energy or electrical energy.
చెప్పు నాన్న.
అంటే రికార్డింగ్ చేసేదా?
అవునన్న, అవును అవును, సేమ్ క్లాస్.
into mechanical energy. Conversion of these energies we can call a particular device. In this we are going to discuss about DC generators. In the field of electrical engineering, the devices which generates electrical energy is called generator, simple generator. The generator uses mechanical energy is an input and it converts electrical energy for conversion, and the medium of conversion is through electromagnetic induction principle. Simply, an electrical machine which converts electrical energy into mechanical energy is called motor. In the direct current, means DC current is used to convert mechanical energy into electrical energy. The machine is called DC generator. The DC generator and DC motor will work in reversely. The DC is used to convert electrical energy into mechanical energy. The machine is called DC motor. Since motion is involved in the conversion of mechanical energy into electrical energy, the EMF induced is said to be dynamically induced EMF, electromotive force. In this, it deals with the working principle of DC generator, the constructional features and the types of losses. So, just you see in this PPT we have the generator input and output. In this generator the input is mechanical energy, output is electrical energy. Next, principle of working. Actually, how the generator will be works. A DC generator is a machine which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. The energy conversion is based on the principle of dynamically induced EMF. Whenever a conductor cuts magnetic flux lines, causes a dynamically induced EMF is produced in that conductor. Means it is nothing but it is the Faraday's first law. This induced EMF causes a current to flow if the conductor circuit is closed. The DC machines works on the principle of Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction principle. The essential requirements for DC machine are conductors, magnetic flux, conductor should link magnetic flux. The energy conversion is based on the principle of dynamically induced EMF. Whenever a conductor cuts the magnetic flux, an EMF is induced in it, means Faraday's first law. So this induced EMF causes a current to flow if the conductor circuit is closed. Next in this, just you have seen the generator input and output, mechanical energy into electrical energy. It will be used in Faraday's first law. And here is the bar magnet. It has the two poles, south pole and north pole. The flux always flow through north pole to south pole. Here we given direction. Whenever there is a change in the magnetic flux associated with a conductor, an EMF is induced in it. Here we have C bulb, conductors and EMF. In this, whenever the conductor closed, the current flows through the conductor. Across the conductor, the EMF will be induced. Due to the EMF, the light will be glow. Next, this is also internal DC generator. It has two poles, north pole and south pole. The flux will be flow from north to south, and the middle one is the conductor. It has the rectangle shape. It connected to brushes and slip rings. Dotted yellow lines are the magnetic field. It has the ammeter connector to show the current value, and this is also same diagram. Next is the dynamically induced EMF. An EMF induced in a conductor due to its motion at an uniform magnetic field is called dynamically induced EMF. An EMF induced in a conductor due to its motion at an uniform magnetic field is called dynamically induced EMF. Let us consider a single conductor of length L meters moving at right angle to a uniform magnetic field of flux density P. The flux density will be measured in Weber per meter square with a velocity of V meter per second. So in this diagram, just you can see clearly, an EMF induced in a conductor due to its motion at an uniform magnetic field is called dynamically induced EMF. In this PPT, you can see the rotation of the conductor. When the conductor will be rotates in magnetic field, across the conductor the EMF will be induced. That is here dynamically induced EMF. So in this diagram, let us consider a length conductor of length L meters. Assume the conductor length is small l meters, moving at right angles to a uniform magnetic field of the flux density beta, Weber per meter square, already you know, with a velocity of V meter per second. The speed is V meter per second. Let suppose the conductor moves through a small distance dx in dt seconds, then area swept by conductor is L into dx. The conductor will move small distance movement. It has in d seconds. The area is L into dx. L into dx. So here magnetic flux density B is equal to Weber per meter square. Conductor is moving with velocity of small v meter per second and the conductor length is small m. So the flux cut by conductor d pi is equal to flux density into area swept, that is equal to beta into L into dx Webers. So from this, according to Faraday's law of EMF induced in the conductor is given by E is equal to N d pi by dt. Already you know. From this equation we substitute in d pi N into V into L into dx by dt. From this equation we get bi dx by dt. Here n is equal to 1 is the assumption. So that is equal to B into L into V in volts. Here dx by dt is nothing but it is the velocity, that is equal to V, BLV volts. If the conductor moves at an right angle theta, the magnetic field shown in figure B, if the conductor moves in, it makes some angle, not in straight or not in parallel or vertical. It makes some angle. The EMF is equal to B into L into B into sin theta. The direction of the induced EMF can be determined by Fleming's right hand rule. Okay, so in this, these are the simple loop generators. In this internal magnets, it depends on rotating, the wave will be fluctuating. So in this DC generator, the waveform will be developed using of Faraday's first law. So this is the simple loop generator. This will be discussed in next class. So here, this is the dynamically induced EMF. It has in first in a figure E is equal to only simple BLV. B means flux density, L means length of the conductor, V is the velocity. Velocity means moving of the conductor and it takes the time. So dx by dt. So it has the two poles, north and south poles, two conductors and two magnetic fields. In figure B, it has the conductor makes some angle, that is equal to E is equal to BLV sin theta. So next is the Fleming's right hand rule. So the scientist Fleming's, he says some rule, that is Fleming's right hand rule. We can consider for this, we can use right hand. In right hand we use 3 fingers. The 3 fingers will be perpendicular to each other. We use thumb finger, show finger and middle finger. This rule is mainly used to find the direction of induced EMF in a conductor placed in a magnetic field. When we put conductor in a magnetic field, this rule, we know the direction of the induced EMF. Stretch the 4-finger, middle finger and thumb of your right hand so as to mutually perpendicular to each other. If the forefinger indicates the direction of magnetic field, thumb indicates the direction of motion of conductor, then automatically the middle finger indicates the direction of the induced EMF in a conductor. Once again, stretch the forefinger, middle finger and thumb of your right hand so as to mutually perpendicular to each other, shown in diagram. If the forefinger indicates the direction of magnetic field, thumb indicates the direction of motion of conductor. Next, the middle finger indicates the direction of the induced EMF. So, once again you can check the field, induced EMF and force. You can stretch your hand and assume forefinger points the direction of the magnetic field, thumb finger direction of the motion of the conductor, middle finger shows the direction of the induced EMF. So next we have few problems based on dynamically induced EMF. So here the problem is a conductor of length 0.5 meter situated in and at right angles to a uniform magnetic field of flux density 1 Weber per meter square moves with a velocity of 40 meter per second. Calculate the EMF induced in the conductor. What will be the EMF induced if the conductor moves at an angle 60 degrees to the field? So, in this problem, the given length of the conductor L is equal to 0.5 meter. Flux density B is equal to 1 Weber per meter square. Velocity V is equal to 40 meter per second. Angle theta is equal to 60 degrees. Induced EMF in the conductor. The formula E is equal to BLV. So first we can calculate in problem calculate the EMF induced in the conductor. So first we can find out the normal E is equal to BLV. Next, what will be the EMF induced if the conductor moves at an angle of 60 degrees? Here we can use here the given angle. So the formula E is equal to BLV sin theta. So here we can use the two formulas. E is equal to BLV and E is equal to BLV sin theta. So here sin theta used for the given angle. So it means if the conductor moves, it makes some angle. So first we can calculate the E is equal to BLV. That is equal to B is equal to means flux density is equal to 1 into L. L means 0.5 meter into velocity 40. 1 into 0.5 into 40, that is equal to 20. The EMF will be measured in volts. So that is equal to 20 volts. Next, induced EMF if the conductor moves at an angle of 60 degrees. So here E is equal to BLV sin theta. So here 1 into 0.5 into 40 into sin 60, that is equal to 17.32 volts. So yeah, this is the simple problem of dynamically induced EMF. Next we go for another problem. In this problem, a field coil of a 66 pole DC generator, each having 600 turns, are connected in series when the field is excited, there is a magnetic flux of 0.03 Weber per pole. If the field circuit is opened in 0.04 seconds and the residual magnetism is 0.006 Weber per pole, calculate the average voltage which is induced across the field terminals. So in this problem they given the total number of turns, means N, that is equal to normally 600 turns and it has a 6 poles. A field coil, the field coils of a 6 poles DC generator each having 600 turns. It has 6 poles and each pole has 600 turns. So finally total number of turns is equal to 6 into 600, that is equal to 3600 turns. So total initial flux is equal to, what is the given in class? When the field is excited, there is a magnetic flux of 0.03 Weber per pole. Per pole it has the 0.003, but it has the 6 poles. So total flux is equal to 6 into 0.03, that is equal to 0.18 Weber. Same as the total residual flux is equal to 6 poles into 0.006 Webers. So time of opening the circuit dt is equal to 0.04 seconds. So finally the induced EMF is equal to E is equal to N d pi by dt. Already you know this basic formula, E is equal to N d pi by dt, that is equal to N, how much N? 3600. You have given printing mistake, you can substitute N is equal to 3600 into d pi is equal to 0.144 by dt time 0.04, that is equal to 10,800 volts. So this is the simple problem.
హలో, నా వాయిస్ వినిపిస్తుందా నాన్న? మీకు వాయిస్ వినిపిస్తుందా నాన్న? హలో, మితేష్, మితేష్, హలో మితేష్, మితేష్, హలో, హలో, హలో మితేష్, హలో, హలో.
This is Radhika. I am going to give a video lecture on DC machines and batteries. Under this topic, we are going to discuss about fundamentals